country and how it affects the youth. Truth be told is that when zoning is discussed many times, more is about self-interest. Because any person who brings the discussion about zoning, they always bring it to maybe one a mind their kind of state of being re-elected or the famousness of their party in their region. And to me, zoning should be minimal. It's only on sensitive elections or maybe regions that are not predominant of a certain party. Like today, if the kind of by-elections we have today in Emurua Dikir, we have a candidate for DCP and we have for UDA. It's a very sensitive election because you realize the region is Kipsik is dominantly, but it is a narrow county. If suppose ODM today had a candidate, then now they can come together and agree as UDA and ODM to counter the DCP candidate. But when you study this zoning all along, is that at times somebody who has the bigger financial muscle is considered, or somebody who had a long, maybe experience of being in politics for some time is considered, which goes against a youth who could be aggressive. And for example, now for our brother Yaken, who is interested to be a senator in Nairobi, if today the divided opposition decided to come with a candidate, they will rather choose Sifuna, who's been fighting, other than my brother who is aggressive here, who can be a very good senator for Nairobi in the divided opposition, other than that now affects a youth. You notice. And that's why at times when we discuss here, I always say there are people who claim to be youths, but they are in their 40s, almost 50s. Like the likes. Like for me now, I would ask you, where is the position of a youth in the zoning?
Yes.
And if today a party as a candidate who is a youth, and they come up with a zoning structure that favors him, maybe if they do what you call opinion polls, is the party ready to finance that person, or they will go for somebody who finance? And you know, we have situations in Kenya today whereby we have people who are financiers of parties, and at times a party can give them rewards of such kind of calling them zoning against you. And at times they can say opinion polls favored, which are not public, just against you as a youth, who you could be more popular. So zoning, actually, I wouldn't go for it so much because there are many youths will be locked out. If you go to Nyanza, we are saying that Babu had said that Raila used to maybe give a word and everyone falls in a certain direction. But we have a two-term member of parliament who is not from Odium. A Hapa youth gentleman. What is his name? From Lego constituency.
MDJ.
Yeah. It's not a member of, it's not a ODM member of parliament.
All right.
You get it. We have candidates, again, who today can choose to have an independent thinking. You know, at times if you are elected under a party, you'll always be summoned to decisions of that party. You might not take an independent thinking. So there are candidates today who might choose to say, we want to go under independent, so that when I'm in parliament, I'm able to defend and represent my people on an independent thinking. So at times zoning might affect a youth more who have certain decisions. So to me, this zoning is good for political image, for party, but it's not good for youth. It doesn't favor youth.
Yeah.
Let's assume I'm a new entrant into politics. How does zoning favor me? Remember, we were discussing just the case of this singer, Bahati. Bahati was denied a chance in Mathare to run with Jubilee. I still remember him crying on the TV. And I still ask myself, maybe that youth would have gotten a chance. You know, we've seen regions like whereby it was predominantly UDA, like Nyandarua County, over the member of parliament who was buried. He came in with Jubilee. So we cannot say today that parties will determine the kind of leaders. We are in a position today as a country whereby we are wiser enough to elect person on his personality, not on party politics. Therefore, I think this zoning will affect us youth more. We want to feel that as you do zoning as the elder leaders in bigger decision making, what kind of zoning even on party leaderships and position nominations do you give us a suit? Where is our stake? That's what we need to put it into discussion.
All right, let's bring in now Como before we get some feedback from